Coach, congratulations on your win today, the NCAA opening round against Boston University. You beat them 2-0. How do you feel about your game right now?
I feel great, but I want to start really congratulating BU. I mean, what the game, what the team, and what the run. I mean, they had a great season, and they really deserve to be here and play the first round with us. They played great, and we feel amazing. I mean, to come here all the way to Boston and being able to execute a game where against a rival and be disciplined and have a winning attitude for the entire game. That was very important.
You played them earlier in the season and it was a close one then too. What did you do better this time to capitalize on your chances that you created?
I think there are two very similar teams in terms of quality. I mean, I think BU is a great team, and I think both games were great games of hockey. I think the fans could be happy. I know that we didn't see so many shots or corners, but the truth, both teams have a solid defense, and today the difference was that we were a little more efficient than at Northwestern, and the difference was that at Northwestern, BU was a little more efficient than us. So I think that there was a very even matchup. That was my thought a couple of days ago when they let us know that we were coming to Boston. I think that we would all agree that it's a good matchup, that it's going to be very even, and that's what we saw.
You talk a lot to the team about playing with grit, doing whatever it takes to win. What did they do to exemplify that today?
Yeah, these are the kind of things that we talk that sometimes we get very philosophical and we say, okay, look, you have to play with grit, and then the player comes to you and say, what does that mean? What is grit? I mean, not the definition. You can get the definition anywhere, but it's how does that look on the field? And so we talk about how grit looks on the field, and quick transitions, tracking hard, playing for each other. Tackling back. There's a bunch of what we call non-negotiable that they have to do at every game, and that's the way grit looks, the grit of a champion.
With 6 minutes left in the game, they pulled their goalkeeper to get an extra player on the field. How did Miami protect the ball during those last 6 minutes to ultimately preserve that win?
I have to give a lot of credit to my upperclassmen who really took the lead about getting control of the game at that point, and it was a very mature way to play the game, like keeping long possessions, keeping the ball for as long as possible, and trying to burn the clock. So yeah, I mean, I think that we tried to keep our possessions a little bit longer, cutting their opportunities. I mean, they still in the last 7-8 minutes probably they got more corners than in the rest of the game, and even more shots probably, but we defended good. I mean, again, it's this is a great Miami team who has been working very hard and has a lot of maturity and a lot of leadership on the field, and that's why situations like that you're able to handle. It doesn't have anything to do with the bench or what they can say or I cannot say from the sideline. It's all them.
Lastly, now you're going to travel to Duke to play in the first round game at Duke. What does Miami need to do to give themselves the best chance to win against Duke?
Recover our legs. I mean, we played the MAC tournament a few days ago. That was tough. Then we travel here. We play a very tough game here for 70 minutes. Now we're traveling this afternoon down to North Carolina and we just have to be sure that we can recover and to have a good performance. Then the X and O's. At this point of the season, we keep telling them it's up to the players. The players are the one who have to lead the team, who have to take over. You're not going to be teaching a basic skill at this point, or you're not going to be changing too much of your game structure. I mean, it's the way you carry yourself, it's the attitude winning that you have to carry all the time. And as long as we can recover good physically, I think that we're gonna put a good performance down there.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win today, Coach.
Thank you very much.